Well, the UN says thousands of civilians may have died in Ukraine since the invasion began. We're joined now from Zdvizhevka in the west of the country by Christina Katrakis, who's an ambassador for the Foundation for UN Sustainable Development Goals. She's responsible for humanitarian aid, refugee management for the organisation in Ukraine. Christina, good to talk to you. And I understand you're with a family who is on the move. Do tell me about the circumstances of the family behind you. Are they headed to Germany?
Yes, they're headed to Germany this afternoon. They will be taken by Red Cross, German Red Cross, to be settled in Leipzig for the treatment, medical treatment. And they survived hell, truly. Heavily wounded. We are still waiting for 2 more people that we couldn't transport here because the girl has shot through lungs, and the woman has about 2 hands shot, 2 feet shot, and the stomach. So we just physically couldn't move them. But their story showcases that Russian troops knowingly shoot at civilians, at peaceful civilians. These people left the village of Zdvizhevka and were going towards Makarov, basically to understand that's the area where close to Chernobyl, right, Kyiv region. They were traveling in 20 cars. Then Russian troops start shooting at the cars, knowing that the peaceful civilians are in the cars because they had white flags and the cars had riding children. The infantry fighting vehicles were crashing the cars from behind. They were just going on top of the cars and shooting inside of the cars, and then driving by and finishing people off. This man, Vitaly, his skull was completely crushed, and we had to do surgery to paste it together in his jaws and everything. He still has difficulties talking. That was done after stabilizing his brain. His son was sitting behind him in the car, and he is totally traumatized and still trying to recoup because he saw his father totally bleeding and having blood gushing from his ears. The other son here, Volodya, lost his hearing, so he's deaf now after the shelling of the car. And the girl right here was in the car in front with her grandmother. Her grandmother was completely shot to pieces, and she recalls how the meat from her grandmother's legs was scattered around the car. I mean, these people survived hell. The other person here, Andrei, was wounded in the stomach, in the hip, and in the legs. We were trying to transport these people from Havronshina, the village where they were shot, to our base here and to the hospital in Ivano-Frankivsk in order to give them first aid and help them to recoup. But they will have to go to Germany to get special treatment. And another thing that what these people were telling me, that these infantry fighting vehicles that were going after them and crashing them, they knew that they were facing peaceful civilians because the soldiers were sitting waist up. So they were not even scared. They knew they were shooting at the civilians. And this woman here is a true hero. Her name is Olena, and she took out all these people one by one, driving them from the Russian side to Ukrainian side to get aid. She was the only one who could still drive, and she begged Russians to take the wounded out. And she did like 8 times the trip. And every time she did the trip, she had to be questioned by the Russian troops, asking how many soldiers are there and what's going on the Ukrainian side. And she refused to say anything, saying that I'm just taking them to the village to leave them with people. I didn't see anything, but they didn't trust her. But she is an amazing hero, a fragile woman saving everyone. So I think this is the war not fought only by soldiers. This is a war fought also by mothers, by sons, by daughters. And it's an incredible tragedy. But what is even worse, that it's total hypocrisy. And when Russians are saying that they're not shooting civilians, we are facing them each day. We have 5,000 displaced people here alone in Zdvizhevka in our base. And we're seeing these stories from Mariupol, from Kyiv, from Kharkiv every day.
Christina, you have very clearly illustrated to us and told us just how harrowing, how devastating this war is. And you are saying, and our reporters, our correspondents are telling us that Russians are targeting civilians. Just talk us through the help and the aid you're receiving where you are to help these individuals who are in such difficult circumstances.
Yeah, we are nonprofit here, everyone. So we are volunteers working and doing whatever we can. So every bit helps, and you can showcase our website. So our website was created for two reasons. One reason that you can donate and help us to continue help people like them and many others, not only to take them out of the critical places, but also provide them with housing, with food, with clothing and medical treatment, and also aid to take some of them out of the country for medical treatment abroad. But also our website has a hotline of support. So anyone who's in danger or, needs something, food,
Christina,
anything, and right.
I'm going to have to finish this conversation very soon, but what is your website? Just say it on BBC World News. Give us the line, as it were.
It's FFUN. SDG-Help UA.org.
Okay. Christina, it's been really good to talk to you, and thank you for so clearly telling us what people are experiencing where you are. And we wish the family, we wish the family behind you all the very best as they move to Germany. Thank you so much. Thank you.